Soul Seekers versus Bobble and Bozoids. Game 1, and that's nearly a turn 1 lead. Instantly, Nurse looking to shoot it towards the bottom side of the goal. But Cinnabon, I don't fucking know who you are, but makes a save. I'm looking to try and clear it away off the bottom bumper so it gets all the way out. But no one's going to try and block it here by the Seekers. Because the yellow card they're about to use right now as Nurse sets up for the position instantly. Kruger's going to look to go for the item and take a bump as well on Dross in case Dross reacts to try and make a save as well. Now, there's still 2 players on this back line as well. Okay, they've decided last second to not use. That's interesting. You're in a very much, like, weird position now. Good job. Empty can look to shoot it all the way downfield to try and just get a free goal here. Nurse is going to get the bump here on Dross, but Cinnabon is in the way, and we don't even need to be there anyways because there's a boost being used, but will it make contact? Oh my god. Nah. Now what is this? What are we looking at here? You've used your boost to try and get a free goal. You've sent 3 bobbles straight at the ball, and your bobble has literally stopped right where it's made contact to give it 1 millimeter movement. Good job. NPC looking to get the ball away, has got a bit away slightly. Now it's only Dross who can realistically shoot this. Okay, who is this Bozoid's lineup? Hang on. Who is Daddy? I mean, I know the Daddy is Alberio, but it's Gate Monkade. NPC looking to give this ball away. It's going to get all the way around Monkade and Dross. I think Dross's top item bubble in the way here. Gonna look to try and just get the items. The ball's gonna be completely left untouched, likely here. Nurse gonna try and go off the wall here and bounce up to get behind the ball. Now changing a power though, so now there's gonna be no one behind the ball realistically here. For either team, closest players now NPC to the ball. Gonna look to try and shoot it originally there. Now looking to change the mind, gonna go slow. The Cinnabon's gonna look to try and make the save in case the shot does come through. What the fuck am I reading in general chat right now? As Kruger looks to redirect, fortunately, tries to get fortunate for a redirect, hits into the top post. How do I turn off message previews again? How the fuck do you do that? Oh no, whatever. Monk here looks to clear it up towards top bomb, but goes off a wall instead to get it out, but Kruger makes a block. And it's on target to be a goal, but Monkey does get straight back into position to make the save necessary. As now Kaio, well, fake Kaio, LeBron Irving and Kruger looking to go straight at the ball. LeBron Irving now looking to go off the wall and round. It's going to be enough to fall through off the top post, and Kruger's going to make sure that ball does go in by dribbling it with him after being bumped off that top wall. To take the 1-goal lead here for the Soul Seekers on the right side. LeBron Irving looking to go straight at the ball. Now we're going to look to try and get the item as the Seekers are going to send 3 balls back here. We're going to use Goo on Monkade here to get the item. As the rest of the Bozoids just look to play it slow. The only way they can really shoot this is if they shoot it off this bottom wall. They could theoretically as well use the goal swap into a pass play here if they wanted to, but we don't want to right now. We're going to look to just shoot it straight on goal by hitting it off the wall. Dross is going to look to try and make the bumps. Gets a bump on Kruger, but goes straight into NPC instead. He's bumped the wrong player. Now NPC is going to look to try and get this cleared away right now. Look to just shoot it towards this bottom left bumper, but Cinnabon's going to look to try and get in the way. Dross is going to not make contact on the ball. See if it goes straight into Cinnabon to allow a shot to come through. The shot does come through, but Kruger just gets enough odd to redirect it towards its bottom right corner instead. Now Nurse looking to play it slow, get behind the ball, ready for next turn. Dross is going to look to try and bounce off the bottom wall instead, though, to try and get a shot through. Now going to get blocked here by NPC. Going to go straight into the ball, though, after that bomb. Now Nurse in a much worse position than originally intended. However, if you look in the middle here, LeBron, Irving, and Kruger are set up potentially here to use the yellow card their team does have. They aren't going to vote this turn. Cinnabon's going to look to get the top eye. I'm going to get it, but it's going to bounce back into the middle of the field. Going to be in the way of a yellow card unless they were to double use here with both NPC and LeBron Irving's items. As Nurse and NPC are going to just chill in a defensive position here on this back line. And Dross is going to look to get a shot away. Comes off the bumper, goes straight into the top post instead, but it bounces out, unfortunately, instead of going inwards. Looking to try and add some flair and use some skill there. Just not enough. And now NPC looking to get a save, as Monkey is going to look to get a shot away here. Yellow card being used here, but also red card being used by Moncade, sending Nurse into the middle of the field. Gonna look to get a shot away here. Cinnabon's gonna look to try and block it. LeBron Irving's gonna follow it up in case, and a goal swap also now being used here by Dross to take away the potential threat here. Now Cinnabon's gonna look to try and clear it downfield and ready for next turn. If they're not careful though, both the players in the middle could move out the way and it'd be an own goal. In fact, they've tried to score on the goal swap anyway, making the passing play with Moncade from Cinnabon, but it's good stop just in front of that goal line. And now Kruger's got an open net to try and shoot in unless the item gets used to block him from scoring. There it is, there's the ramp being used. Now Dross and Moncade are behind the ball. In fact, that's just two Dross bubbles. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about at this point. Cinnabons are going to look, try and get blocks on the two topside bubbles here from the Soul Seekers. Make sure a shot doesn't come through, as Dross is going to play it slow. Get in position, ready to form an attack, ready for future turns. Going to look to try and pinch this ball off the top right now, or shoot it downwards. Going to look to shoot it straight at the goal instead. NPC looking to try and get a block here. But yellow card's going to be used here to ruin any potential chance of the attacking play here from the Bozoids. We're going to look to pass it down with NPC here. Shoot it off the bottom wall and around the back line of the defense. But it isn't low enough, and it's going to get blocked here by Moncade to keep the game at 1-0. Kruger's going to look to try and get this ball away out of their half. However, NPC is going to look to try and get a block. NPC, what the fuck? Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because Kruger scored from it. They were looking to try and get a block on Kruger, but they didn't realize here by Dross is they ended up skimming that ball, sending it down into the path of Kruger instead, allowing the shot to sneak on through to take the 2-goal lead here for the Soul Seekers. And the Bullswords have it all to do here on the left side, looking now to start the comeback with the beach ball kickoff. Right now, it might end up going in. However, though, the item is just not going to get used at all, because that seems like an intelligent thing to do in Division 1. However, fortunately for them, they do have Moncade in the area here, going to look to try and still capitalize off the kickoff anyway, despite the item not being used, looking to shoot it on, but NPC is going to look to try and get the save here as well. Does get just enough on it to redirect it into the top post instead. It's going to stay 2-0 for now. His NPC is going to look to try and clear his way into the top bumper to get this ball out. Big bumpers as well here being used, and it cleared all the way downfield, but it's not going to be on target. In fact, it's going to go back the other way, but it's going to get blocked here by Dross. If Dross wasn't there, it would have actually ended up being an own goal, and it would have went in the back of the Soul Seeker's net. Moncade now looking to get this ball away from danger, going to tap it up towards the top wall to stop a shot from coming through. Now, if they wanted to right now, if they do have beach ball in hand, they could just auto beach ball this off the bumper, and it would likely end up going in here. Kruger's going to look to go straight at the ball. Dross going to go underneath it, but not going to end up using her. Dross is going to make contact with the ball, forcing off the bumper. It's just stopped just in front of Cinnabon there. Moncade's gonna get this bottom item. Gonna look to play slower here with Bullseye. It's gonna end up instead being LeBron Irving to get the item after a ghost being used. Now Kruger's still in the way, being a nuisance in front of his ball to look to try and get a shot away. It's gonna cause Dross to have to get a bump on Kruger here. But right now Kruger's gonna be bumping him straight back in towards the ball here. And the clear from Cinnabon. Still gonna go all the way out. But just as far as Moncade's middle bubble in the central circle. As it does. What did I even say that? I don't fucking know. Kruger and Nurse just in the middle as well. We're gonna go both at the ball to try and force us up and around. It does come off. That might have been on target, but Dross is just in the way to stop that ball from getting in. Gets just out as far as Cinnabon, but still got LeBron Urban and Kruger behind the ball here to stop a clearance of coming through. Now LeBron Irving and Nurse looking to try and force the ball around off the bumper. Dross is going to go slow towards the back of the ball. He's going to hit it off the wall instead, but it's going to come all the way down towards the bottom side now. They could potentially make a play with this if you had skill. Instead, Cinnabon's going to look to try and clear this away into this bottom bumper here. Brew's going to look to follow it up as well to try and stop this ball from cleared away. Beach ball being used here as well. But instead, it's not going to come off the bumper. It's going to go bounce all the way back up towards Cinnabon. And now Kruger is in a position here to try and get a shot away. Red card as well here for the Soul Seekers. However, though, the Bullseyes do have yellow card. The yellow card being used after a red card being used. So now, actually, if you look at it now, Cinnabon can get a bump here on Nurse's bubble, and Moncade is going to have an open net to score in. However, NPC does just enough to make the save to keep it 2-0. And Krug's gonna look to clear this ball away. Dross gonna go slow. Just keep this in that half the field of the Soul Seekers. NPC tries to read where the ball's gonna go afterwards. Just overreads it. Just overextends slightly. Ends up missing. Now it's gonna have to look to get bumps instead. No one right now bumping this bottom Moncade bubble. And that one was just gonna go to shoot, which you could just shoot right now and get the item. It would have likely just ended up being a goal here. But lucky for them, they're not going to go for a shot instead. And now it's going to be Kruger to look to get the clear away and the goal here. Montcade's going to look to go for a block. Going to get bumped here by NPC down towards the ball. And Dross is going to look to try and go slow. But now, just for safety, as the R2 goes down, It would only take Soul Seekers one more goal to win the game. They are going to use yellow card, and Dross going to go slow behind the ball. NPC ball's going to look to try and bump Dross away from the slow play. He's going to force the ball down into the path of Kruger, who makes contact. Just not enough to put it in the back of the net, but it is in a dangerous area here for the Soul Seekers to try and capitalize off. Thing is, LeBron Irving can't score this by himself realistically here, especially after that beach ball being used, unless Dross were to be bumped straight back into ball, but he doesn't. After that beach ball's gonna go all the way around the Soul Seekers back three. But neither team can realistically do anything here. However, with that boost being picked up right now, they could end up auto boosting here to get at least one goal back in this game. If they know how to auto boost. There's the boost being used. Is it auto though? It's not, but there's no blocks coming through on Cinnabon Loaf, and they're gonna be able to hit the ball into the boost to take a goal back. Nurse did react in time to try and stop them heading it into the boost. Unfortunately for them, they end up going up towards the bumper instead of going for a block. Now LeBron Irving looking to clear up the middle. The Soul Seekers are looking to set up a shot ready for the next turn. The ball's going to stop in between both Kruger and Nurse, and Nurse can shoot it up towards the top wall instantly for a free goal. Or they're going to look for a pinch, which is what we're going to look to try and do here. Changing minds now, we're going to look to try and go up to shoot it off the top wall. Now looking to try and style a bit. Don't really need to style here, especially because that ball is going to get stopped here by Dross. It is going to end up going towards target afterwards. And even if it was not stopped by Dross, it wouldn't have been on target for it to go in. Now Moncade looking to go in and out. However, all it takes now is this boost to be placed down as an auto, like that. And it's going to be a 3-1 win on the right side here for the Soul Seekers. Soul Seekers versus Bozoids game 2. Bozoids now on the right side, looking to try and set up a shot ready for next turn. Dross going to go slow behind the ball. Moncade did make minor contact on the ball, setting it upwards a bit, which may have ended up helping towards Dross taking possession on his top side here. Could go for a direct shot off the bottom wall here if they wanted to. Krug going to look to go for a block. Dross going to try and bump them. But instead, the Bullseyes are going to try and set it up ready for next turn. However, it's going to go and backfire slightly. Going to end up favoring the Soul Seekers a bit after being bumped into the ball and sending it straight past all four Bozoid players. Okay, going to look to try and clear this away though in the top bumper. It's going to end up going around midway in their own half here. If not stopped, just like that by Kruger, kept in that top right corner instead. We're looking to try and read it to see if it can redirect it in towards the back of the net to take an early game 2 lead, but oh wow. We're also looking to clear it away again into the top. I'm going to get all the way around. Not going to get stopped here this time by the Soul Seekers. However, it is in a position here for LeBron Irving to try and get a shot away here. They can either make a passing play with Kruger, or they can just go with a direct shot, and Kruger can look to go and block Dross. What is that boost? Dross, what are you doing? Dross, what is that? That might be the most diabolical boost I've ever seen ever. You've got a boost, you can auto it to get a goal. You've kept hold of it for quite a while, and you've placed it inside the top right corner bumper. And then not even tried to save it with the bottom bobble. Good job. The 1 goal lead here for Soul Seekers, thanks to the bank of Dross. I was looking to shoot this up off the top wall. It's going to get blocked slightly here by LeBron Irving. The ball's going to still continue around into the possession of NPC here, who, if he wanted to as well, could look to try and get a shot away through the middle here. They could use Goo here on these top two bubbles and shoot it central to get a free goal here. They're not going to. Ghost being used here, allowing Dross to get the item. But the Goo as well isn't placed perfectly either, and it is going to get blocked by Dross still to keep it in this bottom left corner of the field. Dross going to look to try and shoot this, going to bounce stuff off the bottom wall here to try and get out equalizing goal. NPC being bumped, but it comes off the bottom post instead. Now both sides going to look to get this bottom item here and exist or something. I don't know. What are they going to do? Let me ask them. NPC gonna look to try and clear this away off this bottom corner here. Dross is gonna try and block it instead. It's gonna come off the bottom side anyway. So all the way around Cinnabon on the bottom side, over toward LeBron Irving. He's gonna look to try and compete for the item instead though. NPC is gonna look to try and make contact on the ball, hit the top side of it and bounce up slightly off the wall. Goo being used for safety here by Cinnabon, as they believe they are getting the item, and they were indeed getting it despite RSA and LSA. Now Dross looking to completely ram away Nurse here, is looking to try and retreat into the back of their own goal. That's Cinnabon looking. That's not Cinnabon, that's Montk looking to try and get the bottom item here. Dross going to try and get a block on Kruger to allow them to pick it up. Cinnabon's going to try and clear this ball all the way down the field as well. Going to go all the way through because you're not going to get stopped by any players. So it's just going to stick in this bottom left corner for now. Neither team can really do much about it here, as Kruger is in the way of all of the Bullseye players to stop a potential shot from coming through. Gonna go slow here in front of Dross. So he's gonna get just bumped straight in for ball here. Gonna go into bumper. It's gonna get stopped here by Dross's other Bobble though, trying to follow it up and try and capitalize off of the bump. Now Dross looking to go himself off the bottom corner of the bumper to try and get it cleared away into their own half for some reason. Now looking to go slow behind the ball. Kruger also going for it. Dross still goes into the bumper anyway, clearing it all the way out of that corner for free now for the Soul Seekers, and it's now ended up in a position where absolutely no one could do anything with the ball. Montk looking to hit this ball up towards the top side, take possession ready for next turn. However, it's only going to spill out back towards the middle area. But NPC can look to try and get a block on some of these Bullseyes defenders now, as LeBron Irving and Kruger are going to look to try and make a pass play to take a 2-0 lead here. Ghost being used, it's going to allow Nurse to pick up the item, but Montk does just enough to get in the way of that passing play to keep it a 1-goal game for now. Now Cinnabon's going to look to try and pass it back into their own corner towards Dross to take possession ready for next turn. Kruger going to look to completely ram Dross out the way. Isn't going to get the ram he wanted, but he is going to stick in that bottom corner still. Neither team really behind or in front of the ball to try and do anything with, to try and clear it or to try and shoot it. Dross now looking to hit the top side of the ball to clear it out slightly. It's going to come off the wall. It's going to get stopped though by Cinnabon, who once again, now they can't really do much with it unless they want to try and go for a Banshee ramp. LeBron Irving does have a boost as well. Could end up, if they want to, try and do an auto. Monkey's going to look, try and do a passing play here with Cinnabon. Going to get bumped by LeBron and was going to send him straight back into the ball. Was heading towards the Soul Seeker's side of the field, but has been stopped though in its tracks by NPC. Now both Nurse and NPC are going to look to try and make contact on the ball. Cinnabon's going to try and make a block on Bedrock NPC. But it's going to get bumped straight back in towards the ball. But Moncade is in the way to try and stop that. And now we do have 3 Bullseye bubbles around the ball here. Try and make an attacking play here. We're going to look, try and hit it off the bottom wall. Make a passing play potentially here with Dross. Or look to try and hope that either Kruger or Nurse just an own goal here. Going off the wall, but Nurse just misses the ball to stop the own goal. Going to head up towards his top left bumper. Heads all the way back down. It's basically where it started again, just slightly further up. And with a better item camp than half of Division 1 players. Monkey looking to go half power towards items if he can get it anyway, whilst also redirecting the ball. But now I'm going to use yellow card here and allow Monkey to get the item. They do have a ramp here as well. Dross are likely going to just use here to get a goal back, to take it back to 1-all. The ramp being used, but also a boost here being used by the Bozoids. By the Bozoids? Nope, not by the Bozoids, by the Seekers. It's auto as well. And it's going to be 2-0 here for the Soul Seekers. As that boost does also send Dross all the way back into his own goal and can't do anything with it. Have got a beach ball in play now, potentially look, try and use it. That's exactly what we're going to do here. Let's see, will they be able to actually use the beach ball this time, unlike we did in the last game, where we just forgot to use it. They are going to use it this time. Goop being used as well to stop the central bubble. It'll be a 1 goal back here for the Bozoids, but you now have no items on the kickoff. We do have Big Head here, and we are setting up Kruger looking for the lines. LeBron Irving going for lines as well. We're going to use Big Head here to see if they can finish this series off for good here. Moncade looking to get the blocks with the Buzz box. Doesn't get block needed, but Dross has been bumped by someone on the Soul Seekers, sent back towards its own goal, and he has been able to get in the way to make the save. To keep this game going barely. Cinnabon looking to go on the right side of the ball. LeBron Irving going central. It might just pass out a bit towards Krug. They could end up both going for it. Instead, it's going to head down towards the bottom item spawn. Nurse is going to redirect the ball towards their own goal. Now, whilst Nurse can get a block here on Dross, they're going to have to make sure they do get it. Dross's back bubble should realistically try and get in position. But next turn, they're going to inevitably get blocked. Fails to do so, though. Now it's Nurse and Kruger on the top side of the ball versus Cinnabon on the bottom side. Should be a routine clear away here, though, for the Soul Seekers. As this ball is likely going to end up pinching just in that bottom post, but if they're not careful, could redirect off the bubble and in. In fact, it's going to end up going straight in the bumper instead. Big bumper is going to send it out, but it does get blocked. Now Dross is going to look to do a passing play with himself. Ron Irving isn't reading the pass to try and make blocks right now. Looking at a block instead on Cinnabon. Nurse is going slightly upwards, but not going to be in the way to make the save. It's going to be 2-all out of nowhere here for the Bozoids, equalizing in game 2. As Nurses can only just try and predict where this ball is going to end up going. However, they might have equalized there to, even if they were to lose, negate some of the goal differential loss. That's likely what's going to happen from here, as the NPC does have a ramp, is going to place it down, but Kruger's going to rock it off the backside of their goal. It's going to go all the way across the other end of the field. It's going to be 3-2 here for the Soul Seekers in game 2. And we are finally now back on 0 points. Congratulations, you're back